Try the new Plutus Wallet app that casually teaches you cryptocurrency trading. Learn to combine the best coins, create and collect profitable portfolios, and manage them to the top. Reach the leaderboards and get real rewards without any risks. Install Plutus Wallet from Google Play or the App Store. If you use an Android device, use my referral code KMX88Q and get 100 Plutus Coins as a bonus for free now. Plutus Wallet, your chance to become a winner in the world of cryptocurrency. For the months of May and June, we'll be giving away 50,000 IOST tokens along with 3 Ledger Nanos, 2 of them sponsored by Nimic, and 1 special edition Ledger Nano with an on-the-go kit. Winners announced July 1st. To enter, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on every video in May and June for your maximum number of entries. Hey Bit Squad, as you guys know, I'm out of town right now for a couple days, and I want to have some content for you guys while I'm out of town because, you know, I like making videos, and I know you guys like watching them. Today, we got a very special treat for you guys. We're going to be looking at one way that adoption may be coming in a special interview with Daniel Goldman, the founder and CEO of Turnio. Now, Turnio is a local project here to me in the greater Atlanta area, and I got to go chat with him about what BlockCard and Turnio are trying to do. So Turnio is the company. BlockCard is a physical card. There's also a digital version of the card, which we'll be talking about all of that in the interview. But it's a card to where you can spend your crypto anywhere that Visa is accepted. They're also trying to work on Samsung Android Pay and also Apple Pay, getting that synced up with the card, which I don't think anybody else is doing. We've seen other cards in the past. The Shift card unfortunately failed. BitPay has a card. Some people have some complaints about it and things like that. We also have Crypto.com and TenPay, which are working on more European cards and things like that. But for America specifically, I think this is going to be your best option. I was very encouraged after talking with Daniel. We talked a lot off camera as well. Very encouraged by what they're doing. I've said a lot of times that Bitcoin is more like gold 2.0 than currency 2.0. However, Turnio already allows 6 different cryptocurrencies to be loaded on its card, and they have plans for much more in the future. So, one thing I definitely gleaned from this interview by talking to Daniel that I thought was like really mind-blowing to me, I guess, would be he believes that the future of spending your crypto is in stable coins. And I actually do agree with that. After talking with him for a while, it makes total sense. Like, we're gonna need to have some sort of stable coin value to where we're actually going to be able to spend our crypto, because right now, all cards that work with crypto, they convert. Some convert when you load the card. Turnio and the BlockCard does not do that. It actually converts at the moment of transaction over to fiat, so the retailer is taking fiat. But think about this. If we were to use stable coins, if we had a stable coin that was, pegged to the US dollar, which, I know in crypto we don't like the US dollar, but retailers do right now. If we had a stable coin that we all trusted, which I don't know if there's one out there right now that we all trust, that was pegged to the US dollar, that is how we can get retailers to actually start accepting crypto instead of converting over to cash. Now, at that point, if they wanted to convert it, they could, or they could keep it in the stable coin. And, there's all kinds of things they could do from that point. But this interview to me was very interesting. Another thing that he said that I thought was really good, I don't know if he said it on the interview or off camera, but he said that, at Turnio, they're very encouraging to all the other projects that are trying to do that. They don't talk down about anybody, but they want to be the number one card. And in business, isn't that what you want? Don't you want to get behind a project that wants to be number one, that wants to be the best at what they do? That's what encourages competition. That's what encourages growth, innovation, all those sorts of things. So I really thought that was absolutely, cool, because, kind of the politically correct answer, I guess, or the toned down answer, if you would be, well, we're just trying to do the best that we can do. I mean, that's what a lot of places see or would say. If you watch sports, which you guys know I love sports, if you ask a team, like, are you trying to be number one? Are you trying to beat this team? Usually what the media style answer is, we're just trying to do the best that we can. We're just taking it one game at a time. All those kind of cliches. But Daniel Goldman of Turnio says they want to be the #1 card, and I like that. That's refreshing. I am going to be getting one of these cards. He's got a very cool metal version of the card, which would be a little more expensive and things like that. But whenever that thing drops, I'm definitely going to grab it because it's one of the coolest cards I've ever seen. It's metal. It's got the Visa logo on it. Definitely very cool. So check out this interview. It's not sponsored. I was not, reimbursed or, paid for any of this content. Just wanted to help out Turnio. They are a local Greater Atlanta project where I live. So it's very exciting to find a project that kind of is close to me and get out their message. So I think it's definitely pretty cool. It's a Stellar-based token. So check out the interview right now and let me know what you think in the comments. Hey guys, I'm here with Daniel Goldman, the CEO and founder of Turnio. We're going to be talking to him today about a really cool product that they have. This is not a sponsored interview, so they're actually local to me in my Atlanta area, so love to support the local community here. So how are you doing, Daniel?
Doing great. Thanks for meeting me on this beautiful day in Alpharetta, Georgia. By the way, for your audience, as you know, lost my voice, I talk a lot, so sorry that you're listening to me sound like Mickey Mouse.
Well, they can definitely relate to someone who talks a lot. They know that very well. Yeah. So yeah, we're outside, so you might hear some car noises or some people talking or whatever, but what Turnio is doing is they're producing a product called the Block Card, and I'm very interested in this. I've already signed up for one. Can't wait to get one eventually when they have a physical card and things like that. Yeah. What can you tell us about Turnio, the Block Card, and basically what you guys do?
Well, we're excited because we just launched it yesterday officially. So as you know, you were able to actually go in, set up KYC, and get access to a virtual Visa card right now.
Right.
And in a month or so, month and a half, don't hold me to it, it'll be available on Google and Android Pay, or excuse me, Android Pay and Apple Pay. So you'll be able to literally set up an account in 5 minutes and then fund your card. You'll have access to a virtual card instantly, and you can use that anywhere Apple Pay and Android Pay are accepted.
Yeah,
so we're really excited about that.
Very quick process to sign up. So, and what's the website?
It's getblockcard.com.
Okay. And you guys are rolling out. Are you guys rolling out the number 700 of these at first, or that's something I think I read somewhere?
Yeah. So we just yesterday launched it to anyone in the United States. Now, the way it works is you have to be in the United States in order for it to work, because, even if, let's say, you're a Chinese citizen but you're in the United States, that would be fine. Right now, everything's done automatically, where you put in your date of birth, social security number. We don't keep that information. It's passed on through a thing called PCI compliance with Visa, but we literally don't save that information.
Gotcha.
But you're verified that, yeah, you're a real human being. This is really who you are. This is, this jives with reality. Then you have access to a card. In the next week or so, we're actually adding in manual verification capability. So if somebody doesn't have social, doesn't want to share that social because of privacy reasons, they can go through a manual process. They can share their utility bill. They can share their bank statement. They can share their report card. They can show that they're in the United States. And then that will basically be reviewed by a human being, and hopefully within a day that'll be approved, and you'll get an email saying, congratulations, you've got access to your Block Card.
Well, and as we were talking before we went on the interview, it's important to be verified as a real human before the robots take us over.
We did have that conversation.
So I've had that conversation on the channel a few times.
Should have been on video.
Yeah, should have been on video. Don't worry, I talk about robots a lot on my channel. I'm very scared of them.
It's so scary.
But yet I'm in crypto and I'm helping them advance. I don't know why. So, okay, well, I think that, one thing that kind of separates you guys, I think, from, there's been some other cards. Obviously, we know that the Shift card failed. It's over. They closed it. It did well for a while. You have BitPay, and then also Crypto.com.
Yeah.
10Pay is another project in Europe. They've ran into all kinds of regulation problems there and things like that. What separates you guys from those other projects that are trying to do something similar?
Well, many things that we think we do better, but first I want to say, we don't disparage other cards out there. My kudos to the people. It's very hard. So my kudos to the folks at BitPay, who are also now Alpharetta, where we are.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're here.
So, wow, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna go. No, just kidding.
So, between BitPay and Crypto.com, who's not American centric, so they're gonna have some challenges when it comes to marketing. But they've got plenty of money, and they got a pretty good little marketing strategy, I think. But what makes us different, and where we think we're going to be the best solution for everybody in the world, is a few things. Number one, it's really easy to set up an account. In order for us to talk about adoption in blockchain crypto,
it's got to be easy.
It's got to be easy.
Yeah.
If your grandma has to be able to do it. So for us, setting up an account is like setting up an email account plus KYC. That's all it is. And it's not KYC like Binance. It's KYC like automatic, done, really simple. So we think by having access to a 5-minute sign-up process, instant connection to a Visa card on your phone that you can connect to Android Pay, Apple Pay, that is a major differentiator. So you could be talking to your friend, and they could be instantly could do it no matter where they are. That's really cool. The second thing we do that's unique is that unlike other card solutions that exist presently, what they're doing is they're taking all the crypto. Let's say it's Bitcoin, and we have 6 different cryptos, but we're expanding that. There's some cool stuff coming. So when they deposit that to the card becomes a glorified Walgreens prepaid cash card.
Yeah.
So all you are is in cash, and for the benefit of basically being in cash, which is faster than being on exchange, they charge you 1.5% fee at whatever rate they want. So that's a problem. What we do is we actually keep it in crypto at the time of the deposit. Now, for Block Card, it converts to Turn, our cryptocurrency, but for some of the white label tokens, it'll convert to other tokens.
It's a Stellar-based token.
Stellar-based token, so it's cheap and fast.
Yeah.
So it's like $1,000 a penny for transactions. We don't charge customers for transaction fees at all. There's certain advantages in that. So, by keeping it in crypto, it means people can withdraw in and out, get in and out of the marketplace really fast. They don't have to deal with the problem of, okay, now I have cash on my card, and what am I going to do with it? I can only spend it. I can't go back into the crypto marketplace. With ours, you can. You withdraw, you can convert, and you're back into Bitcoin or whatever you want.
So I actually, there's a $100 minimum to put on the card. So you got to keep $100 on the card at all times. And I mean, you guys could probably figure out why. Obviously, the volatility of cryptocurrency and things like that. But one thing that's kind of cool is, I put $100 on my card, and then it was right after Bitcoin had kind of hit a local bottom recently. And so the next day I went on, I had like $115, so still able to control, you're getting gains, but you're able to spend it. So I said, if you could just put like 2 Bitcoins worth on there, and then the price goes up, then you'll just be spending free money forever.
And people have, but we have to say, just for the record, I have to be very careful. You might have heard some things recently, SEC versus Kick.
Right,
we don't speculate on anything. The token is simply the method of the holder of value, and you can think about the math and how everything applies to the card itself. But it's really important for us to focus on really our central mission, and our central mission is one thing. It is to allow people to stay in cryptocurrency, because it has a functionality that a lot of people in government don't understand. It's going to be massively transformational in a way that the people do not know. But it's also going to make solving for the problem of right now you basically have a couple of limited options. Coinbase and some others, they're very much sort of monopolistic, and be careful. But I would, from my opinion, because I don't want to disparage anyone, my opinion, there's certain predatory practices happening within the marketplace when you're exiting crypto, and we're trying to make this, just we talked about this sort of ideologically, we share the same view. We're trying to keep the fees cheap, the cost cheap. We're trying to make it really inexpensive for people to get out of crypto and fast. So if we can do that for faster, we're cheaper, we're basically, following through on our mission, and that means people are going to believe in us, we're going to build confidence, and our reputation will grow. And as we expand globally into Europe and Hong Kong and some other places, I think that's going to bode well for us.
Yeah. So the long and short of it is, when the China FUD happens, make sure you go buy that Lambo on the Block Card before that price drops.
Oh man,
so
don't get me started on Lambos.
Yeah, so I'm glad you respect the SEC as well, because we're in Georgia. This is SEC country. So that's a college football joke for you guys.
That's pretty funny. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, it is, right? It's funny because being a Georgia Bulldogs fan and hearing SEC all the time, I'm a big football guy. And now I'm dealing with the SEC in a totally different way these days.
Two SECs.
Two SECs. So
Georgia football is big here.
Oh yeah, Georgia football is really big here. I'm the rare person that's actually a bigger Falcons fan than a Georgia fan, but I am a Georgia fan.
That is right.
Yeah. So, well, cool. Well, I also, so there's $100 you have to put on top of the card. It's kind of let people know what they get if they sign up. Put $100 on the card. It gets converted over to Turnio. The price might go up or down as long as you have over $100 US worth, not US dollars, $100 US dollars worth. You can spend the card. There's a $5 monthly fee, but that gets waived if you're using it. So if you're spending more than $7.50 on the card,
$750.
Oh, $750 on the card. Oh, it's more than I thought. If you spend it over $750, but I mean, for those of us that are in, that are in crypto and want to talk about adoption and things like that.
That's right.
I mean, you guys have more than $750 worth of bills a month easily, right?
Hey, we have a really talented team, guys, and so I'd say, would I love to have a situation where I don't have a mortgage, where my team didn't need to eat, where we didn't have to pay for servers. Yeah, I would love that world, but unfortunately, we're trying to make it as low cost as possible. So if people are using it regularly, we believe $5 is not, first of all, not a lot of money per month in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit more than the cost of one cup of coffee solving a problem. It's a lot cheaper than your alternatives by far. Okay, but what we're really trying to do is, if you use it regularly, we've had people try to already pay their mortgage with it. I mean, it's already happening right now. So if you're spending $750, then we don't charge you anything for that, and we feel like that's a square deal. We want to enable the adoption of crypto. That's a core portion of our mission.
Wow, I was off on that number by 100x.
Yeah,
so
I
said 750. I was here 750. Like, oh, that's cheap. Like, yeah, I'll go pump some gas. You know, I'll be good or whatever. I have to get gas like once a month because I work from home.
Here's
so
4
I really
Snickers bars.
Yeah, 4 Snickers bars and waive the fee. You know, you can eat your fee. Well, cool. So, yeah, but still, I mean, like I said, if you're using this for the purpose of actually wanting to bring on crypto adoption, and I'll tell you guys, I've seen a card, a physical card that Daniel showed me, and it's super, super impressive. Eventually, if you get this thing, you're going to want to use it because people are going to be like, holy crap, that's awesome,
it's
you know?
It's super dope.
Yeah, it's super dope. So, really excited when the physical card comes. I think the Samsung, Android, Google, Apple Pay, I think that's absolutely huge. I don't know of any other card really that's doing that right now, so I think that'll definitely be, you know, a very easy use case for people to be able to go and just tap, you know, the Apple Pay. Funny story, I was actually in New York for Consensus a couple weeks ago. I personally don't use Apple Pay, just because I'm too lazy to input my card number, I guess. But yeah, so I don't actually use it. I actually use a debit card, believe it or not. And I was in New York and I was in a candy store. My wife wanted me to get something and bring it back for her, and so I went in. And I heard a conversation of a lady and her daughter, and this just shows you where payments are going. And her daughter was like, Mom, I really, really, really want this. And her mom's like, okay, I'll get it for you. And then a couple seconds later, the little girl was like, okay, but Mom, can I see your phone for 1 second? And the mom said, I'm on 1%. If you see my phone, I will not be able to pay for this because all I have is Apple Pay.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I mean, so definitely Apple Pay, you know, is the future, and, you know, other, you know, Android as well and things like that. So there's one last question I wanted to ask you, which I got a gnat flying around my face.
Yeah.
I tried to stay calm and collected, but it didn't work. I thought this was really interesting what your comments were about kind of the future of the payments with, you know, between crypto and cards. So the way a lot of the cards work, and this one works as well for now, is that you convert your US dollars over to crypto, okay, over to turn. You go and you spin that debit card. You have the turn on there up until the second of the transaction, and then it gets converted into US dollars. That solves the problem of the retailers, you know, not necessarily wanting...
Merchants don't want Bitcoin.
Right,
They just don't want the
volatility. I mean, they don't want you to pay $4 for a cup of coffee that's $2.50 a week later. So I kind of want to get your thoughts, Daniel, on, you know, the future of where that may be going and kind of how, you know, Block Card may play a role in that. I thought it was really fascinating what you had to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be much bigger in terms of where the future is. I feel like we've got a pretty clear vision of it. What we do that's special is way beyond just the Visa portion. The Visa portion is just it's a payment rail, right? But what we're trying to do is connect the merchant to the user and to make it easy because you have value. But the thing is, while people in the government are freaking out right now, and they're freaking out, and I have a lot of conversations with people in the government and political parties, and some people really get it and they embrace it, and it's not some people in either party, you know, they're very supportive or not
just
supportive.
Forward thinkers.
It's just, they either get it or they don't get it. And so we're trying to explain to them, like, and there's a lot of fear right now about where this is going and whether or not you have a sovereign nation that's going to lose its capability of maintaining taxes and all kinds of things. And I'd say, like, chill out.
We're family friendly.
Do you curse on this?
No, we're family friendly. Family friendly channel, guys.
Sorry, I curse a lot. So
you stopped yourself.
I did.
And I appreciate that.
But, you know, like, chill out, and, you know, what's going to happen eventually, I think, very soon, is that people are going to realize stable tokens is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's safe, it's trusted, it's licensed, and what your people are going to do is they're going to have confidence, and that will grow at, you know, and I'm going to say brand, not any specific brand, but like Burger King, McDonald's, you know, the Nike store, Walmart. At some point what will happen is people are going to feel comfortable that they can go from the merchant to from the user to the merchant through stable tokens. We're still going to need technology that connects those two, but that will exist, and I think that's the future to me, is through stable tokens, because all that is really is a digital representation of a dollar. That solution that solves is just payment reconciliation down to this. So the merchant doesn't have to get paid a week later. The merchant gets paid instantly. through technological capability, and the user is happy because they got to walk off with their merchandise. And I think as there starts to become a bigger universe of people with digital assets like Facebook, I don't have a very positive opinion of Facebook.
None of us do.
Yeah, but I will say this: the fact that they're jumping into this pool and now offering to pay employees and this digital asset, that to me is where the future is. That's what's going to happen, because people will have the capability to either move it to their bank if they prefer the traditional banking system. Because who doesn't prefer having to have their money unable to be sent to their friends and family at Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Because nothing says 21st century like, sorry mom, you can't get it until Tuesday or something.
Crazy.
So I think what we'll see is people start to change their behavioral patterns as users and as citizens, and as that happens, that will start to form enough of a supply where retailers will start to care. Because right now,
that's a great point.
If Walmart brought open the ability to take stable tokens today or Bitcoin, how many people is that? And they're massive. It's not going to make a dent or a blip in anything for them.
Yeah.
It would mean nothing to their bottom line.
And if your wife thinks you're on a diet and you want to buy a Snickers bar and do it anonymously, you're going to need to do that with crypto.
Yeah, you would.
I may or may not be in that situation right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, Daniel, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. I'm going to be getting the card. Like I said, it's not a sponsored interview. I'm very interested in this project, and I'm definitely going to be using it. And I may or may not hook up my Apple Pay for that sake. So thank you so much for joining us, Daniel. Let's do a cheesy handshake.
All right. I like cheesy handshakes.
Okay.
So we got to do this.
There we go. Good. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that interview. I felt like it was very informative and very encouraging for the future of cryptocurrency adoption. So you guys can find Turnio at turnio.io. Go check out the website. Like I said, I'm going to be supporting this. I'm going to have one of the cards. I'm definitely going to get one of the physical cards when they come out. I'm already signed up on the whitelist for that. So, let me know what you guys think. Drop down your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. BitBoy out.